Hello. Been a couple of days. Right, Twin Dilemma episode 2. I'm going to say this first of all, and I'd already been music upon this. My good lady wife, who's over there, designing a bathroom, is quite taken with Colin Baker. Would you shout out any reasons why you like Colin Baker if you've got time?
I like Colin Baker because he seems a refreshing change from the damp piece of wet lettuce that was the predecessor. He's full of vim and vigour, and he actually fills the screen up in a way that we've not seen since Tom, which I quite like. He's got curly hair, which I like, and he is very arrogant and confident, but he's backing it up by being very good. Like he doesn't seem to have the self-doubt of the last one, which was just really fucking annoying, because he's the Time Lord and yet he's the Doctor. He's supposed to be all powerful. I hope that's not on me. Is that on Dusty?
Yeah.
Oh, Dusty. Look.
I like that take, and you can see that. I mean, it's very easy to toe the party line with this episode, this story, and just diss it, and it's almost like a meme, almost, isn't it? In Doctor Who circles, Twin Dilemma. But that's not what I want to do. I want to look at these stories afresh and work them out, and I can see the intent behind what Colin's trying to do with this. And I think it makes a lot of sense. It totally stands apart from Davison, which I think is important when you've got a new Doctor. It harkens back to, as Lib has just suggested, some aspects of Tom, I would say, some aspects of Pertwee, even. That sort of superiority.
Yeah.
Now, I think what's lacking, and I don't necessarily, I'm always protective of my doctors. What's lacking is the charm, I would say, at the moment. But I don't necessarily think that is all Colin's fault. I don't think this story is helping him at all. I think I made reference in the last video about...
What makes you say he's lacking in charm?
I don't...
The conversation he had with the old Time Lord.
Yes, that was lovely, yeah.
That's lovely. That was charming.
But I think what it is that abrasiveness... What's the word? Irascibility? Irascibility. I think that is charming when it's offset by people who hold you in high esteem. So when the Doctor's rude to the Brigadier, for example, and the Brigadier is tolerant, and we love the Brigadier, I think that helps the Doctor be more likeable. So that Pertwee benefits from that. I think Capaldi, when he regenerated and the Paternoster gang were there, and he was rude and difficult, but Madame Vastra understood what was happening, that charm helped. Well, we'll get to Capaldi when we get to Capaldi. But I think there's not enough to latch onto in this story. There's not enough that, as a Doctor, where am I supposed to relate to here? Where are my moments of comfort? And I think Doctor Who needs that. It needs something for you to latch onto. Now, with the best fun in the world, we've only just met Perry, and it's very interesting to have Perry thrown in this difficult situation.
I'm not loving Perry. I feel sorry for her.
Yeah. Now, there's mileage out of that, but what has she got? Who's there to say it's going to be okay? She really is in a horrible state, and therefore Colin's, as Lib says, arrogance is superiority. There's very little there to offset that. So I think that makes it difficult for the viewer as well. Allied to that, I mean, there are some just fundamental issues with this story. Let's do the positives, though. Asmael, that there's some legs there, isn't there? There are some real legs with this idea of this person the Doctor's known before, a Time Lord. They're going to mine this idea a few times in Colin's stories. But, making reference to, I saw you when I was with, it was Tom Baker he's referring to, isn't he? But, I can get behind that. But the guard in the TARDIS who puts on the most ridiculous coloured tinfoil costume and then finds the power pack in the car. I mean, man alive, my disbelief can be suspended pretty hard. You know what I'm saying? But that's ridiculous. Of all the pockets in there, he picks the most ridiculous jacket and that's where Perry's hid the thing.
Yes, that is ridiculous. Can I just say, one of the funniest moments, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be funny, but just when Perry teleports back into the TARDIS.
And she just brushes past him.
There with the
I've had enough of this. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I am not here for this.
Yeah, that was quite good. And I think with the best will in the world, these twins,
Fred and George.
Fred and George, I mean,
What are they? I don't understand it.
yeah, they don't exactly scream charisma, do they? And I think if you're going for a stylistic portrayal of these kids, and this is going to sound really blunt and possibly rude, and I do apologise, but if they are going for, and this is a long time after the event, a curious dog in the nighttime type treatment on these kids, it's not working, and all I'm getting is, oh look, we got some twins in. I'm not happy with that, and you know, full respect to them, they've been going in Doctor Who, but you know, I'm not expecting Scorsese to be ringing them up anytime soon. But again, I'm going to shine on the positives. I just think that Baker's striving for something here, and I want this to work so much. I really want this to work. I just think that this story is not structured in a way that's helping him at all. I would love to know what he thought of this story when he was making it. I know that he's got very protective over the years and has fallen out with Doctor Who magazine repeatedly about it. But I'd love to know, when he walked into the studio that first day and got the script, did he just go, oh, shit, can I have the one that Peter just had? Because that was really good. But there we go. I mean, wouldn't that have been awesome? Can you imagine Kees van der... I know that it kind of kills Kees van der Zaan to a certain extent, but if his last story is Planet of Fire and Davison died with the Master...
I don't hate this story. I don't hate this story.
I'm having to work hard with it. Anyway, there we go. Loving it. Bye-bye.